Your Majesty, you wanted to see me? The progress report, of course. The Royal Guard has gained 10 new members thanks to the rousing speech given by your daughter during the latest festival. The crops seem to be surviving well, and while the last storm hit the kingdom fairly hard, I have dispatched help to every home that has reported a need for extra food or shelter. Your praise, while appreciated, is unnecessary, Your Majesty. I live to serve you and your kingdom in any way you deem necessary. A new assignment? Of course. Anything you wish. What would you have me do? You want me to serve as your daughter's personal guard? Your Majesty, as honored as I am, are you sure? I don't doubt my own abilities, but she is still the sole heir to your throne. If anything were to happen to her, Of course. I suppose being the highest in rank among your army, it would make sense for me to watch over her. And yes, of course, it helps that we are already familiar. I won't fail you. The princess should be in her chambers getting ready for the day. I'll begin by making sure she gets where she needs to be, safely and on time. Your Highness, I meant to escort you to your meeting for today. If we go now, we should be able to... You seem confused. My mistake, Your Highness. I assumed your father would have told you. The king has appointed me to be your personal guard for the foreseeable future. Believe me, Princess, I have no doubt you are able to take care of yourself, but you are still the sole heir to this kingdom. You can't blame your father for wanting to be cautious. And besides, I don't think it that much of a curse to be near me all day. No need to be so shy. I was only joking. We should hurry if... No. But you have a meeting scheduled for... You don't want to go. Still all play and no work, You're going to have to break that habit eventually, especially if you're planning on becoming queen. You've been worming your way out of responsibility since we were little. So you want me, on my first day as your personal guard, to allow you to skip your work for the day so you can spend time walking about the gardens? Just because you'd be safe with me doesn't mean we should be trying your father's patience. Not to mention all of the advisors and teachers who will definitely note your absence. Don't look at me like that. You know I can't say no when you... Gods, is this what your servants have to deal with? It's a wonder you haven't taken over the kingdom with those pleading eyes of yours. Fine. I will tell them you felt sick and that I was caring for you. But this is a one-time thing, you understand? I can't have my reputation be tarnished simply because you're... persuasive. Gods help us if we get caught. Not even I could save you from your father's wrath then. No, I will not quit my worrying. Your father entrusted you to me. I want to be able to keep you safe and make sure you're taken care of. And most importantly, I want to be able to keep my job. Then why don't I just take you back? Honestly, that is a great question. One I'm not sure I have a real answer to. We've known each other since we could walk. You'd think I'd have an easier time saying no to you. But at the same time, you're not really mad about having me as your guard. I can see it in the way you smile. Admit it, you'd have a lot more problems if the king had chosen someone else. I, for one, am looking forward to spending much of my time with you. I have a feeling you'll be making my days much more enjoyable. Oh, saving people and providing for the kingdom is fine, but in truth it gets dull after a while. But spending time with you, that's something that can never grow old to me. I'd trade the entire kingdom just to see you smile. Forgive me, I've spoken too freely in your presence. Why do you look at me that way? Is it really such a surprise that I'd have feelings for you? Honestly, anyone who meets you, gets to know you, and doesn't fall for you, is either blind or has more restraint than I could ever hope to attain. You're special, you know, and not just because you'll be queen someday. You've always been so kind and generous and stubborn. Yes, Your Highness, stubborn. You act sweet, but God's help anyone who tries to tell you you're wrong. You're a wonderful person and a great friend. I just wish I could stop myself from wanting to be more. But either way, now that you know, I'll do my best to make sure things don't change. I'll still be your guard, and your safety will still be my top... priority. Alright. As wonderful and surprising as that was, you are still royalty. Your father favors me, but that doesn't erase the fact that I was born a commoner. People would talk if they saw us together, and I'd hate to cause you or your family's reputation to suffer. A secret? I suppose that could work. We'd have to be very careful, but I did say I would trade the entire kingdom to see you smile.